All right. We're doing a quick test just to make sure that everyone can hear me. Hello, Roki. Hello, Manny. If you were here, I saw that you were first. Hello, Chris. Hello, Anne. Welcome to the Tuesday live stream. Yesterday, we were dealing with car shenanigans around the same time, so I'm seriously hoping that all of you can hear me. So, but good morning. Good morning. It is a lovely, blustery, fantastic, gray day outside, and we have a lot of work to do. And my mod hubs has given me the thumbs up for being able to be heard. So we're just going to get right into it. We have a neighborhood build today. I have decided that I'm sick and tired of Oldport being its hot mess self. So we're just going to move right here. Oh, I stopped working out. What a shame. It's like real life. Fantastic. All right. Well, so I think I've already gotten the bells. We're going to be moving. Who are we moving today? I don't know who we're moving today. We're going to be doing some time traveling today as well. So let's do this. I am a little tired. The friend that I had mentioned last week had streamed Resident Evil, and we got to the second boss, and it took me quite a while to get to sleep. I kept hearing things. But that's okay. It is not their fault. I had quite literally asked for this. So it's good though. It's really nice to be spooked, and I kind of want to start playing spoopy games because of it. But living vicariously through him and his fiance, because his fiance went through the scary part or one of the scary parts for the boss. And I think she's going to put that in her vows. It's like, I will always, if I'm able to go through the scary part for you in a game, that I will. All right, so we have already moved Colton. We've already moved Coach. We've already moved Ed. Am I watching E3 tomorrow? I think so. It's going to probably take place at 1 in the morning for us. But I do want to support Pat from Nintendo Talk. He's doing a live reaction for E3. So if you are not subscribed to Pat and are not a member, because he's doing huge giveaways. I think he's giving away a Nintendo Switch Lite. He's giving away like an Animal Crossing backpack, notebook, water bottle combination. And there was another one. There was like a lot of different prizes, so I wanted to support him and just letting everybody know that that's what's going on. But I'm going to try to keep up with it. Yep, and I agree. I also prefer watching scary games as opposed to playing them myself. Greetings of the day. Hello, Diesel Frog. Welcome to the live stream. I hope that you are doing well. We are going to be doing a rustic city core neighborhood theme today. The tiered neighborhood is not by my design. It was actually designed by somebody else. Their links to their Instagram is, I believe and I hope, in the description. And I've already built it, and I spent last night cleaning, instead of my actual apartment. Like you do. And we are going to be building up the neighborhood, and I'm trying to decide whether or not to completely dismantle my entire idea of the museum, like, factory thing. I was thinking of actually going back to my original idea and turning it into a mausoleum, and just really making things very uncomfortable when you visit and go through the spoopy maze. But we have done a lot of work. I don't think I've shown what's been going on. So I have changed my house. It is no longer peachy keen. It is as European as I can make it, and this is not permanent. I just put it here for the time being. I don't know what to do with this. I don't. I may turn it into a, I don't know, like a small little park or something, but I've completely finished the layout of the front entrance. And over here we have Walt's Lighthouse. And I've changed around the metro station. I've actually changed out my basement. It's no longer spoopy, it is a metro stop. And we have the train station. I actually designed this myself. The metro menu, I guess that's what you call it, or the time sim, I don't know. I don't even know anymore. It is too early to be logical and, you know, clear-spoken. And I have just moved everything down. Over here is a complete and total mess with all the flowers, so we're going to ignore that as I show my shame. And Eloise is here. I don't know where to put her yet, but I don't know if they were adding new things to villagers and their personalities, but Eloise has mentioned that she and I share a love of art, so I was thinking of giving her a pottery store. I have moved the Able Sisters over here, and this was featured in the thumbnail. I've created a very tiny canal, because you know me, I love canals, and put the Roman statue up here. And this is kind of where it gets a little weird, and I need to fix all of this. But I have Brewster's Cafe, even though I've never met the man. He's welcome on my island. And over here we have another diner, an outdoor diner, and a country neighborhood. Yes, Diesel. And Anslama, how hard is it to grab fan-made ground textures? I don't think it's hard. What I typically do is, in the hyperfixation fashion, I just look up paths. So if you are looking for a specific path, you can, we'll talk. I'll help you out, but it's not particularly hard. All you have to have is the online Nintendo subscription for $20, which you have, because we're friends. Brewster's not the owl museum guy, he is a pigeon. And that's Blathers. So up here, this is the magic of what we're working on today. We have a tiered, well, we have a mess. We have the tiered layout, and of course we have Colton and we have Coach next to each other, because of course we do. And I'm going to put Eunice right here, I think, because it's going to be right next to the Able Sisters, and I do want to keep the laundromat idea, like, I want to keep it in my heart, so we're going to put her here. And yeah, let's do it. Now the other question is, do I want to put another two people up here on the tippy top? Or do I want to do something else? Because here is my idea, friends. I have been thinking of tearing down the hours-long work that was a live stream back in the day, and put the museum in the back where either Lucky's house is or where the campsite is, and have a huge graveyard that you have to navigate through when it comes time to manage the spoopy maze. And I was thinking of either putting a bridge, like a land bridge, on this level right here to go all the way down over there, or on the second level. So we're just going to build it up, and if we have time, which we probably won't because I am talking a lot today, that's kind of the plan. That is kind of the plan. So we have moved her, and we have let's see, I really like the idea of having a white brick neighborhood. I don't know why, but we're going to be using not this brick pattern that I've used in the front. I'm going to be using these two, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I completely dismantled just like this entire thing right here. Oh my god, hours of work, and I was like, nope, just kidding. But how is everyone? I hope that everything is going well. Hubs is officially on summer vacation, much to our delight. We've been able to sleep in, which is great. And I like how he's really excited by the pipe. I wish they could use the pipe. That would be hilarious. Anyway, so... Oh, hello, Balloon. Hello. I also realized the last live stream, my audio was delayed and it slowly but surely had, like, it matched in sync toward the end. But I was like, that was like the best stream that I had on this channel. And the audio was delayed in the game? What? Well, it just goes to show then that the engagement was amazing and no one really cared, so that's awesome. Alright. And of course, my villagers are going to sit exactly where I need to be working. No, the sync issue was not just you. So in the future, if there is something that is out of sync, please let me know and I will try to fix it. But I realized as I was rewatching the video just to see what I could improve, I was mortified. But it turned out really well. I think. Okay. Alright. A flannel shirt. What? I already have this color. Come on, Animal Crossing, you know me. You know me. Alright, well I can gift that to somebody. Alright. I have no idea what to do with this at all, aside, you know, from clearing this up. I'm not quite sure how to manage this, although I am feeling a lot better about this decision right here, this going up. So I think what I should do is, instead of trying to build everything up, I'm going to move the villagers that I want to move up over here first, and then we'll get started. That means time traveling. That means that we may have a villager that wants to leave. Alright, so the only villagers that must not leave, period, is Winnie and... oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's the nickname? Oh no. This is going to either be fantastic or awful. Touchdown! Coach, you know what? Yes. Okay. I'm kind of concerned that he's like secretly calling me a harlot or something, but okay, alright. I'm okay with that. It's better than M-Beans or M-Beans or whatever the heck that Chev calls me on Everkey. Man, what are the weird nicknames that your villagers call you? Because I think that my villagers are just either very creative or they are just, I don't know. I don't know how they decide this. I think I've been called Bestie, which is very sweet, and I do enjoy that quite a lot. And I've been called Chef instead of Chief, which was very interesting. And Giga Jolt, whatever the heck that is. And I don't know. It's so strange. It is so strange to me, the different types of nicknames. At some point I should probably document it for science. Alright, so let's put all of this away. And then we're going to... oh, we're not going to put those away though. And I should probably buy stuff, right? Yeah, I should probably buy stuff in order to... oh, right? In order to get this started, and I need to figure out who is moving where, because on one hand, I really like the idea of putting Eloise by a, what's it called, like the edge of a forest, because she's an artist, and artists like to be near, you know, murder, I guess. But yeah, so I still want to figure out what to do with that, and this is the downstairs, and I need to add a couple of panels, a couple of happy panels down here, but this is what I have so far, and I really do like having a subway station in my basement. I think that's pretty great. That's going to be a crucial fun time for the spooky season, I think. That's going to be super fun. All right. I need to order things. That's what I need to do. I need to go back into the resident services and order things. So I currently have, I think I have, how many street lamps? I should probably check how many street lamps I actually have before I order more. That is a thing that I will do, is just I order all of the street lamps. And I'm almost done with Everkeep, which is incredibly exciting, but it took a lot of effort to use all of the street lamps that I had saved. It was pretty insane. So, aha, look at that. Look at that. Should always check. All right. Is there any, do I have any other stuff? Any other stuff? Actually, what I'm going to do is do this really quickly, because it's going to bother me. It is going to bother me if I don't do something about it. And I'll need to put up Google for some, I don't know, like Pinterest boards on European neighborhoods. Can't believe I've become that person. I've become that person. Yep. But instead of Pinterest, I have this huge folder of all the things that I want to incorporate in all my islands. Okay. Where is that brick that I really liked? Where did I put it? Aha. Aha. All right. I was hoping to put this behind the, so in the video, I had put Brewster's Cafe, and I was going to put the panels behind. There was a lot of layering involved, and it didn't work out because the head was at the very bottom, so it looked really strange. I don't know how the person did it, but I was very disappointed that I couldn't put these three in the back. I was very disappointed. Anyway. But it's so strange to think that I'm almost done with Everkeep. It's really weird. And I may have to do like an open the island so that everyone can take all of the stuff that I'm not going to be using. Just to hold myself to that promise that I'm going to restart it eventually. But I also realized that my hunt for Raymond may not be an unfortunate, like, real-life charitable experience, because I need to be able to monetize my channel, which means I need to have 1,000 viewers. So that may be later. That may be later. Alright, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to move ahead, and then we're going to do this again. So let's put this here. Oh, is it 4? Oh no. Oh no. It's okay. It's alright. I may just get rid of the, Oh, it's a different, oh no! It's a different darn it. Darn, and here I thought I was going to be smart about it. Ah. Foiled. I was foiled. Oh well. Alright, I will fix this later. But it was bothering me. That looks a lot better. That's okay. Oh, that coloration's gonna bother me. Okay. But I do like that better. Okay. So, oh, we should probably also see what's in the stores. That's the other thing. I know I'm really all over the place in Scatterbrain today. That's what happens when, you know, Resident Evil controls your life. Although I had been thinking about it, so I do want to get into playing spoopy games, and I'm curious whether or not it would be amusing for a scaredy cat to live stream and completely freak out over like spooky fonts on the channel, because I do want to play Little Nightmares, and I do want to play Doki Doki Literature Club. I believe that's what that's called. I'm incredibly uncool, and I have no idea if that's the right title for it. And just to see and to have that weird commentary of like, oh my god, I hate this. I hate this. Alright, well. Oh my god, I could play Amnesia. Yep. Oh, is that the one where... Oh god. Play Amnesia. There's also the one where the woman is carrying around the disembodied head of her lover or something, and it's like Norse and Celtic and stuff. And probably not best for viewing if you struggle with schizophrenia. Oh my god, let's not play Amnesia. Let's not. Oh, I could do PT. Although I don't think I can now because it never really got off the ground, I guess, as far as I remember. But yeah, no, the second boss for Resident Evil, yes, Senua's Sacrifice, thank you, Anne. The second boss for Resident Evil, I could handle Vampire Mom. Vampire Mom was fine. Oh, the worst, the worst. Not even Animal Crossing could protect me. Oh, I need to buy all the flannel. All the flannel. And all the jeans. Alright, yeah, we'll buy this. And is there another thing that I can buy? Nah, alright. So we're just going to ignore our villagers and they're going to be super mad that I didn't say hello, but I'm sorry, we don't got time for manners today. No time for manners. Hellblade? Is Hellblade spoopy?
Hellblade is Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't realize that they had two different names.
Senua's Sacrifice is the subtitle.
Oh, it's the subtitle? Oh. I do like the name Senua, though. I worry that if you name anyone or anything Senua, that like their partner is going to be a disembodied head. Okay, so we are desynchronizing the clock. We are moving this to the 16th. We are going to see who may or may not want to be leaving today. I'm okay with Lucky potentially leaving because, as I said, I'm still on the fence about whether or not I just want to completely destroy the museum factory build and build a factory somewhere, because I was really inspired by the citycore, the cities that I visited on the Dream Address live stream, and there were some really cool fish farming and just farming in general ideas that I want to do, and I think having something like that on the island would be really different. But I don't know if that would match the rustic European feel from the front. So I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, I don't know. I think the joy about being in the future is that I could play all my spoopy games at 9 in the morning where it's still light out, and I won't be terrified in comparison to my friend who was streaming Resident Evil late at night for me. Oh, poor guy, poor guy. It was very funny, and not to make fun of him, but I thought it was pretty endearing that, you know, when it got to like some level of spook, he put the screen on, like the loading screen, and I was just like, yep, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Roki, you were back making avocado sandwich. Ooh, the millennial toast. Why millennials can't afford anything. Avocado toast, and we're ruining the diamond industry and all of that. Also, did we even see who the NPC was? It must have been Gulliver, because I didn't see anybody. Ooh, we're getting rainy. We're getting rainy. Yo, do you have good kicks for us, Sir Kicks? Hard shell backpack. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jester shoes? Paw slippers? What? Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna say hello to people just so that I'm not ignoring everyone. Although they probably won't remember. And Lucky, stop putting things in your mouth. You're not a geologist. Come on now. Come on now. Alright. Okay. So, okay, actually, I need to go back out and I need some assistance with this because my brain is working at 90%, 85% if I'm honest, capacity. But we have, who do we have left that needs to move? Who do we have left? Suvi, no, oh no. So we have Eloise that definitely needs to be moved somewhere. And if I make the decision to completely transform the museum into a mausoleum, which I'm already starting to realize that I do prefer, then I can move Lucky and Eloise. Or Lucky and, I don't know, Lucky and Winnie? Or I could have like a, I don't know, I could have something. I could have something at the top. I can't figure it out. And oh wow, hello, a Super Stew raid. Hello, my friends, hello, hi. So, oh my gosh, I need to say hello. So, hello, So Peachy, hello, Emmett Capri, hello, Meliodas, leader of 10 Commandments, hello, Super Stew, hello, Peach Toadstool, hello, hello. Coming at you with a raid, I very much appreciate it. Today we are figuring out this Oldport mess. We're figuring out this Oldport mess, and if anyone has any preference of design stuff, I would very much appreciate it because we have this lovely girl needs to move somewhere. And let's see. I could put her here. I could put her here and give her like a little pottery store and oh, hello money. Hello. We're gonna take this money. I'm not so socialist that I don't dislike money. So we are building the, oh my gosh, So Peachy Networks, thank you for the subscription. Very much appreciated. This is the hot mess we're working with today. I haven't decided whether or not to make this either a public space or to continue with the tiered neighborhood idea. And I can't figure it out. I have so much to dismantle and oh my god, look at my chaos. Look at this chaos, friends. Hello, Crazy Davy, welcome. Oh my goodness. I misspelled your name, Emmett Capri. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And oh, did I reach 50 subscribers? Yes! Thank you. Oh my gosh. And thank you, Crazy Davy, for the subscription. Oh my goodness. So friends, the reminder is that once I get to 100 subscribers, oh my gosh, friends, thank you. Once I get to 100 subscribers, I'll be doing subscriber island tours for Animal Crossing and also featuring my rabbits, my pet rabbits on the stream. So thank you, friends. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Focus. Focus. I don't know what to put up over here. I don't know whether or not to add Eloise and Lucky over here. And I'm not sure. And oh my gosh, thank you, Super Stu, for your subscription. Oh, my heart, the kindness, it burns. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Emmett Capri. So, oh, Carpri. Oh, that's why. Oh my gosh, wow, I had misspelled. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So is it Capri? Carpri? Because, oh man, I am so sorry. My eyes. Yes, you have a great rest of your evening, Emmett. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out, and I still need to figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm assuming, friends, that I have Animal Crossing players now in the chat. I want to build a land bridge either on this tier right here or the one below. And I can either do a public space and one villager. I can do 2 public spaces or 2 villagers, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Crazy Davy. I came here for the raid, but I'm staying for the amazing content. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, well, I do know. Oh man, I don't know. I actually don't know. I could put... What? What? What's in here? Because I time traveled and I haven't seen what's in the stores today. So let's check that before we move on. And then I need to get into construction mode, and the tulip hat, the mustache. I saw friends. I saw some royalty going on. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, it's like Toadstool, like Toad, not Toadstool, Toad from Mario. Oh my god. Just walk around like this the entire stream. Oh, this reminds me of Resident Evil, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate this at all. I don't. Okay, alright. Alright. Nope, not that interested. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. I've been wearing the same outfit for quite literally 2 days in this game. Oh my god. I don't know what happened to me. I used to be such a scaredy cat, and I did not like anything spook. I didn't like anything Resident Evil, and now I'm just like, hey friend, I'd like to watch you be freaked out. Gosh. Crazy Davy asks, am I excited for E3 tomorrow? I am, with a question mark, because I don't know what to expect. I'm going to be hopefully watching on Pat from Nintendo Talks channel, so I am going to say right now that he's giving away, like he has a lot of prizes for being present during his live reaction of the of E3. And I think there's like membership only prizes, and then there's subscriber prizes. And one of the big prizes is a Nintendo Switch Lite and an Animal Crossing backpack and all of that jazz. So my recommendation is, if you are not part of the Nintendo Talk community, I highly recommend. If you are, I am. So, and it's a great community. It really is. I think I've met a lot of my online Animal Crossing buddies by joining his Discord, so. Oh my gosh, I have the art picture on the Nook cranny that you need. What do you mean?
Something's being sold to you.
Oh! Oh, Roki, you need a thing? Okay, alright. So. We're going to continue on with the train, so let's do that, because I want to make sure that I at least do some construction today. Yeah, Super Stew's reaction? Hell yeah. I wonder, so one thing is I really didn't realize how important it was for hours viewed. You know what I mean? So in order to monetize your channel, you have to not only have 1,000 subscribers, you have to have like 4,000 hours viewed. And so I'm curious about whether or not I can just have a bunch of YouTubers who who use YouTube for as their career, to just have them all in the background, have it all muted, and just like go back and forth between them so that I can still support them. Or do you have to be on that tab in order for that to count? Does anyone know? Does anyone know that answer? Oh my gosh. This is a mess. This is a mess. Coach, I'm sorry that you live in a mess. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, the tracks pattern is very awesome. I will be sure to put a custom, the custom codes that I'll be using, or and have been using for the city build. And Roki asks, what am I planning to do to this area? So I want to make... Alright, let me backtrack because my brain is kind of all over the place right now. I have decided that instead of having an urban industrial city core... Oh my god, I can't believe I'm using that suffix without irony. So over here, I did some research and looked up like just various neighborhoods and cities in Europe because I really do like how it's mostly road and it's brick and there's, you know, there's trees and there's, you know, rope fencing and various shrubbery. It's an intentional layout, right? And I thought that would be really cool because when you transition from the city to a village in Europe, it is a completely different feel. It's usually quieter. I wanted to add white brick to the neighborhood because we're along the beach, and usually coastal villages in Europe tend to have white brick, limestone brick, marble, and all of that. So, yeah. So we're going to continue on with this sort of like tiered coastal rustic city neighborhood idea, and then I don't know what to do with this part. I honestly don't know. This was over there was Walt's original lighthouse, but it was way too large, and there are so many flowers that I just kind of haphazardly placed, and oh my god, the anxiety. Oh my goodness. Meliodas is trying to make an animation in Game Builder Garage while watching. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool though. And Europe is so pretty. Yes. So fun fact, I've lived in 3 different European countries back in the day, from various times from like 6 months to over a year. So I lived in Sweden while I was in school for peace and development studies because I have a background in conflict resolution. And what was I doing? Oh right, I was doing this. And then I lived in Malta to finish up my master's degree for a year. And then once my husband and I closed the distance in our long distance relationship, I lived in Italy. And Crazy Davy, I could make a pretty little bridge on that part, like right up here. I'm gonna go up here. The chat is very delayed in comparison to my play, so I'm just gonna wait here until you confirm. And I agree. I kind of want to have a tiered forest over here, and I don't know whether or not to move. Let's just show you my maps really quickly. So I have a lot that I can do. What I may do is I may actually move Lucky over to where I am because, all right, I just need to explain this mess because we have a lot of new people. So this is my second island. Welcome to Oldport. And Oldport is going to be a maze for the spoopy season. And I wanted to build up an actual city that you could enjoy and tour while you play the game in a dream address. And so as I was building this, I had the initial plan to have the front of Oldport be completely and totally developed, and the back be a forested area that gets you very unsettled. And then I realized that wasn't enough. And oh, I keep forgetting I have chai. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So initially, I was going to have this factory, and I'll show you what this looks like. And I built this. I think this is where I started getting a lot of viewers actually, and I like it. I do, but it doesn't do anything. And then I started trying to add more city stuff in the front, and that just did not work out. It turned out to be quite the mess. And I was trying to put Pashmina over here and chai over here, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. So I think, friends, what's going to happen Oh, thank you, Crazy Davy. I appreciate it. So I think what's going to happen is I may tear down this entire thing and turn it into a mausoleum, and then move it where. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And moving Lucky and Chai. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. That's what we're doing. We're gonna move Lucky and Chai over. No, we're going to move Chai and Eloise. That's what we're doing today. Okay, all right, we figured it out. Thank you all. But yeah, so I think what's going to happen is just we're going to move a lot of things, and we may have a villager that's like, oh, you're ignoring us because you're trying to build up our island and make us happy. So ungrateful. So ungrateful. I have so much to clean up. I have so much to clean up. Yeah, it also means that I have to do more wedding photos in order to get the candles. It's like that's the one thing from the wedding like situation that I really like. So I really like the candles, and so I want to do that. And I've been researching European graveyards, which are mostly they're fenced in or nature oriented, so that's going to be really fun. And so I need to get a lot of australopiths. Is that what that's called? The skull. All right, so we're going to move Chai, and Chai is going to be great for that because she has kind of like that coastal cafe look to her house anyway. So we're going to do that, and then maybe we'll make Lucky the groundskeeper for the graveyard. I think we'll do that. Oh my gosh, this is why I like doing live streams, really, because I get so inspired just by like brainstorming and thinking out loud, and then having the chat be like, yeah, do that, or no, don't do that, that's a bad idea. So much appreciated, friends, much appreciated. And I've really come to love Chai. I refuse to change out her teacup hat. I can't do it. I can't do it. The teacup is permanent. Although I would love to see like little droplets whenever she moves her head, because you know, it just, she either has the most perfect balance, or that chai tea is just like frozen solid, or it's like a chai panna cotta, and it just jiggles, kind of like the Jurassic Park scene where the girl's holding the jello and it's like. Oh, it's okay, Crazy David. Thank you for coming by and spending some time with me. I appreciate your suggestion about the land bridge being on the top tier. So you have a great rest of your day. And oh no, I have to sneeze. Why do I have to sneeze almost every single live stream? Okay. All right. And you know what you have to do? You have to make some chai panna cotta. It is necessary. It is necessary. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to move these houses then. And then maybe this Friday, we're going to clean up all of this. That's going to kill me. Oh my god. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's put Chai over here. And thank you for coming to hang out, Super Stew. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck for your E3 reaction. And I'll see you later, my friends. Thank you. Let me imagine it. Can you imagine? Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, alright. You'd have to figure out the right timing for the tea flavor for the chai panna cotta. I mean, is there a way that when you're cooking the milk that you add the tea? And Super Stew, right? Like, my nose is always itchy. It's always itchy. I don't know why. It's like it wants you to sneeze on stream. It's like it's so obnoxious. All right. So we have one more house. And Coach is like, "What? We have a neighborhood? What? We have a neighborhood now? It's still a mess?" All right. Okay. Oh man. Wow, we hit 50 subscribers today. That is amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. I had assumed that the YouTube community was going to be like some scary bunch of people that would be trollish and not very nice, but it turns out that kindness prevails on YouTube, and I love the fact that the streaming community is like supporting other people, and I cannot wait to be able to consensually raid people with all of my my viewers, like, go support other people, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Hello, Emmett. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. We are time traveling yet again, and I know that my villagers are like, "Why are you ignoring me?" And I'm going, "There are some days I can't even find you, and you are yelling at me because I don't stop and say hello for a couple of days, and it's not going to matter because I'm going to be time traveling back anyway." My villagers. My villagers. Although I will say, so in continuing on with the Oldport lore, because it is Pride, so Colton and Coach are still very much in love, and I love to see it. I love to see it. I want to do a video on, I've been thinking of creating very small, like 5 to 10 minute videos on incorporating like real life things with Animal Crossing, because the idea of me being just like a talking head talking to people really makes me uncomfortable. And so I thought it would be really cool to, talk about the history of Pride, and instead of having the Reese and Cyrus month-long anniversary braganza, just like the idea of telling the story, the love story with Colton and Coach, because that's the only reason why they're not allowed to leave yet, is that I have not told their story, and I need them to tell their story. And then, what was the other one that I wanted to do? Oh, I've realized that I also want to do, instead of like these long explanations of just, educating people on the etiquette of, hanging out with streamers, and a lot of the multiplayer aspects of Animal Crossing, like how to catalog, how to buy turnips, how to sell turnips, how to like do all of these things, because I had a really weird experience last week when it came to, trying to be a nice person, and someone unfortunately took advantage of my niceness, and I thought it would be really interesting to, have those like 5-minute etiquette things of like how to multiplayer in this game without appearing like, a jerk face. So all right, so let's see what the cultist. Oh, and so if you are not new to the Oldport lore, there is a video of like my experience of, starting this island, and it was right around Bunny Day. Okay, so if we have new viewers, I don't think you know this lore. So I started Oldport around Bunny Day, which means that it was pretty deserted when I had Zipper T Bunny visit my island. And Zipper T Bunny is exactly as terrifying as I had anticipated him being. And when Winnie arrived, Winnie started showing some very questionable signs of like being an avid Bunny Day supporter. I mean like cult levels support. And so she became the cultist on this island and is leading up to the whole spoopy maze, where you basically have to save Oldport from Zipper T Bunny taking over Halloween. That's basically the whole premise of this. And so recently she asked for a new catchphrase, and I gave her "It's a trap." And so now it's spreading. It's spreading because now not only does Winnie say it's a trap, Chai says it's a trap, and I think, what? Oh my god. I know my villagers' names. Oh my goodness, Lucky. Lucky also says it's trap, and what is that? Is that a mask? Is that and a romper hat? What is this? Oh my goodness. Does anyone wear these? Like, truly? Because even if you have a kid core island, I'm not quite sure, like, that's toddler core. Oh my gosh. Ooh, an oversized print? That's not my style. And we have a star. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But, like, who wears these? Who wears these, though? Let's be honest. Like, who wears these? And what am I even doing? What am I even doing? Okay. Anyway, so we need to move Eloise. No. Oh, who are we moving? We were moving... Were we moving Eloise? I guess we were. I guess we were. Okay, alright, alright. That's right, because we're going to have Lucky be at the entrance. Okay. Alright. Yes. Diesel, I promise you, I do have chain pants in my inventory because it was required. It was necessary. Okay, so we're going to move Eloise, and then we're going to get this freaking thing started. As my villagers yell at me and asking if I have been ignoring them on purpose. Oh, okay. So she didn't get mad. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I met your dad in Animal Crossing New Horizons wore the starsuit. Nice. Nice. Okay. So we're going to move Eloise, and then we're going to start building. We're going to do it. And I think the easiest way to do that is we're going to rebuild Eunice's outdoor laundromat. And I don't know what to do. Like, this is going to be a, oh wow, wow, look at my eyes. It's like Terminator. I'll be back. And did I need to, let's see. Chain pants and flannel. Yep. Yep. I'm on day 3 of wearing the same outfit, so okay. So Eloise will finally be off the beach after quite literal weeks of just sitting there. I think the majority of my poor villagers have not had any sort of, pretty yards in quite a while. So let's talk infrastructure. So let's see. No, I don't want to build a thing just yet. I want to move a thing. I want to move a thing. Let's talk. Man, I hate when you make a mistake that you can't just go back one. You have to redo this entire thing over and over. But yeah, I think we'll be dismantling the the factory. I was looking forward to having, I thought it was very clever. And I was looking forward to making my island as trashy as possible, but then I realized I don't want to have anxiety while playing this game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so. And Eloise and Chai are my first elephants ever to have on the island. It's taken almost a year. I don't think I've had a mouse yet. I haven't had a bird. And I know that I'm missing somebody else. I finally got an ostrich. I was looking for Bertha last week and ended up with Cranston because I like to do the Amiibo number villager hunt challenge. So, the number of Nook Miles tickets I use is the same number as the villager's Amiibo number. So in Bertha's case, it was 93. And it was either I find Bertha or I take the 93rd villager, and It was Cranston. But he's actually really awesome. I'm glad that I have him, but I also have 3 lazies on my island, and that's just so much laze. That's so much laze. And for the first time, I willingly have 2 peppies on this island because that is just so much pep. You know what I mean? I can't handle more than 1 peppy person at a time, but Winnie and Chai don't really interact, so that's okay. I like my island just a little on the trashy side. You know me. You know my aesthetic. And this boulder. This is not a happy boulder. Come on now. Why are you here? Alright. So... Also, if you are looking for the layout for this particular tiered neighborhood, it's featured on the link to the person who created it. It's on Instagram, and I highly recommend it. It's not as large as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to take up a good portion of the island. I think it only takes up about a third. Yeah, like it's, no, not even. It takes up about, yeah, no, it takes about a sixth. That's not bad. So if you were looking to add some depth and some height to your island, having a tiered neighborhood would be really cool. And also you can keep a good portion of your villagers in one happy place. And why can't I position you the way that I want, Eloise? Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Oh wow, I just made that decision. I didn't even imagine how that looked. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. So, by the time this finishes, this is how it's gonna look. This is awesome. And this also does have a lot of European vibes to it, so I'm pretty excited about that. So, also we should probably see which NPC is here today. Right? Right? Like, that's kind of required. I'm not seeing anybody at all. Also, there wasn't a campsite villager, right? Right? I didn't just like imagine that I don't have a campsite villager. But yeah, this was the original plan for Lucky, was that he was going to have a small little graveyard thing. And I may keep this, but I want to move it. Friends, I think I'm gonna move this design and bring it back down to the, oh yeah, that's what we're doing. And this is our happy little cultist, you know. So, and there's Lucky. Okay, so we don't have anybody today? What is this? Oh my god, there's so many flowers. Why did I do this? I think I just planted things and hoped for the best. I think that's what happened. Oh my gosh. Why did I make this decision? Oh my goodness, so many flowers. And I feel really bad. I don't like the idea of getting rid of flowers. Doggy SM, hello. You heard that I got a raid from the Stew members? I did. It was very lovely. They're very sweet. And and due to their efforts, I have finally surpassed 50 subscribers. So that was a wonderful, fantastic experience. I'm going to be living that high for the rest of the day. Let me tell you. And do I just not have an NPC? I do not, I guess. Well, that's fair. I mean, this is Trash Island, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to time travel to the next day to get the house all the way over. And then I think we're either going to get started with the build or we're just going to keep moving. We're gonna move stuff over here, and I think I know what I'm gonna do. So you see this mess back over here. I think I'm gonna put Lucky over here, and it's going, oh my gosh, Oh my gosh, happy accidents. We're gonna Bob Ross this shiz. Hell yeah, we are. Okay, so we're going to time travel and a paw print door plate. Oh, I learned a thing? What? What? Aw, thank you, doggy. I very much appreciate it. Now, is it Dogi? Doggy? Doji? And a climbing wall. Heck yes. Heck yes. Okay. Alright, so we're going to time travel to the next day. My villagers are likely going to hate me for it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Goodbye, Emmett. Have a great rest of your day, evening. And thank you, doggy, for the new subscriber. Thank you. Wow, I can word today. I can word today. I'm overcome with Resident Evil shenanigans and, you know, kindness. Okay. Also, for those who play Animal Crossing and do not like time traveling, I am sorry. I am sorry. Dog to eat. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I was calling Emmett Capri, and I felt really bad because it took me quite a while to understand what they were saying about me like mispronouncing. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And thank you for visiting Meliodas. Meliodas? Melly. Thank you all so much for coming by and visiting. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I'm going to continue with this nonsense and see how this is going to go. So in the previous build, I put Walt as a lighthouse keeper on the left side with a huge lighthouse, and I've moved him down to the bottom right. And I don't see any NPCs the last couple of days. What is this? What is this? Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I really do like the idea of a tiered forest and leading to the mausoleum in the back. So I think that's what we're going to do is we're going to move Lucky and and we're going to likely, oh man, we're going to have to move Winnie, I think. Isabel, I have a question for you, my dear. So if you're doing public announcements, but you have nothing to say, so what's the purpose of the public announcement, though? What's the purpose of the public announcement? All right, Eunice, I spent over... Okay, so she's not mad. Okay, all right. Friends, I went searching for Eunice, and it took me 225 tickets in searching for her, and then I gave up, and I went on to Nookazon, and then I gave somebody like 30 Nook Miles tickets for Eunice, and I was so grateful. I tipped them 15 Nook Miles tickets because, oh my gosh, it was a time. All right. Oh, as a reminder, so I'm trying to get onto the twice a week streaming schedule. I know that's not as much as a lot of other people, but I plan on streaming Mondays and Fridays my time. So depending on where you are in the world, that can be either really early in the morning on Monday and Friday, or it is the day before. And I typically strive to stream from 9:30 to 12:30 on Korean Standard Time because I live in Korea. But oh, Dodge E asks, do I play Minecraft? I do not. I tried playing Minecraft, and I love seeing content that is for Minecraft because the people who play Minecraft, similar to Animal Crossing, are incredibly creative. But I actually get motion sickness from playing Minecraft, or at least I did. Yes, thank you, Hubs Mod. Mod Hubs? Should it be Mod Hubs? I think I'm gonna call you Mod Hubs. But no, I don't play Minecraft. I do not. Alright, so we're gonna move Lucky, which means that he won't be wanting to move today. And that's alright. But the villagers who cannot leave are Walt and Winnie. And Colton and Coach. Those are the only ones that... Oh, and Eunice. Eunice will stay here forever. Forever. Dodgy asks, it's fine if you don't, because I'm making my Five Nights at Freddy's game with my own lore. Would you like to hear it? If you wanted to see it, you would have to play. Oh, solve it. Oh, so is Five Nights at Freddy's game, is that like, I don't think I've ever heard of that before, but I would love to hear the lore. That'd be great. I am a fan of lore. So if there's any explanation or descriptions in games, I would love to hear it. Love to hear it. So we're moving Lucky, which means that Lucky will not want to move today, and that's okay. That's alright. I was hoping to get Pashmina's photo, and then she could move on. But I'm not as close to Eloise yet because I'm still getting to know her, and Pashmina she's been on the island. I think she's not the original 10, but she was the first replacement, I believe. So she's been on the island for a while. Okay. So we're going to clean up the neighborhood, finally, and then we're going to do that land bridge idea that that was suggested at the top tier. But so far, my villagers are not mad at me that I have been ignoring them, so I'm considering that a win. And oh my gosh, I am so happy with the fact that this is going to work. So happy. Also, I did say that Eloise was going to be a painter, so I purchased a fake painting from Red this week. And oh, stop it. There we go. Yeah, that suits her. I think so. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I have become a fan of the spoop as of late. Mostly just living vicariously through other people being scared. That's really cool that you're making your own game. I have a friend that is really big into programming and has been coding mods for RimWorld and has been working on his game as a side piece. And so the idea of making your own game is just, that's so cool. That is so cool. Okay, so let's move this down here. And that probably means that I can keep with the, I think I can even add the tunnel down over here like I had intended. Yes. Oh, this is gonna be brilliant. I love it. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay. I love when happy accidents take place in games. Don't you all? Because sometimes you're just like, oh, this isn't working out the way that I wanted, and then it works out eventually. And okay, so oh my god, all of these flowers. Ugh. Which is a shame because I love these flowers. Oh, and I think, so I'm keeping the flower layout for the front of the city to be pink, black, and white, and maybe some green. And because this is a coastal city, I'm thinking of doing white and blue. So thoughts would be appreciated. Man, I'm just breaking all of my stuff today. Oh, how many tools have I trashed? Did I Oh, wow. Wow, almost 200. That's crazy. Crazy. And I gotta... Oh, here we go. Huh. Let's see. Oof. Oh, we've been streaming for an hour and a quarter, so oof. Actually, I'm gonna take a minute to do some slurping ASMR, and I apologize in advance. So hold on a minute. This is also your hourly reminder to fix your posture, unclench your jaw, stretch. Oh, ooh, ooh. I'm at the age of creek. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. All right, so I think we're going to place Lucky, and then we're going to start the design. I think that's how we're going to do this, because if not, I'm just going to continue being inspired. And as much as I love being inspired, it's going to be very, I'll get very distracted very easily. And oh no, I have to use the ladder. No slouch. No slouching. I was actually able to fix my green screen. So I was doing the silly thing and laying out the green screen. It's a fabric green screen, and I was laying it out long because I think it's used mostly for portrait taking. And so I always had this issue with the portrait length being slightly too thin for my camera. And because, you know, the camera adds 10 pounds, you know what I mean. And so I tried this morning of doing a landscape layout, and it turns out that I don't have to be like completely closed in with the green screen just like an inch from my ear, you know what I mean? So I'm not like all scrunched up, and now I can just sit normally like a typical human being, which is weird. All right. Dodgy, that is a really cool premise. That's awesome. I have quite a few friends who are horror buffs, and you know, I had made the joke that I don't like horror. I'm such a scaredy cat, and yet I'm creating an island that I quite literally want to turn into a dumpster fire. And it was like I have a cultist, I have Zipper T Bunny just going to be attacking. It's like, it's great, but yeah, no, that's a really cool premise. I dig it. I dig it. All right, so I think this is the land bridge, and of course, I have a balloon, so I have to run all the way around. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. The things I do to remove balloons from the environment. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Alright, I have quite literally no time for a, oh geez, but I have to get rid of stuff. Oh dear. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome, Dodgy. I like that. That's really cool. Okay, so I need to go sell some stuff, or actually, do I have a happy trash can? I do not. I do not have a happy trash can, but I can start laying out street lamps and things. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Part of me wishes that I had the white street lamps for this. I may have to trade with somebody at some point. Be like, yo, can I like get some white street lamps, please and thank you. All right. Oh, this is gonna look awesome. Okay. Ed, it's nothing that you haven't seen before. Are you, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now the other main question is that if we're doing a land bridge that goes all the way down over here, where are we going to put Lucky? What I could do is have land bridges with pockets of islands, you know, parks and things. I could do that as well. I may do that. Okay. Oh, and I have to deal with inventory. Also, what is this? Oh no. Oh no, that is not for me. Nope. No, thank you. Although, oh god, that's also terrifying. All right, I need to start dealing with stuff. Okay. Well, at least we'll be making money, right? We'll be making money. That'll be fine. Sell this. That's really cool, Dodgy. I think that's if it hasn't been like utilized yet, it's going to be amazing, I think. That sounds really cool. Also, what color is this climbing wall? What color is this climbing wall? I need to start placing things down. Oh my gosh. Also, did someone send me a thing? Oh wow, I got a lot of stuff. Also, Walt, are you mad that I haven't been talking to you? And, you know, ignoring you with hitting things in the sky that aren't there? Oh, I guess they don't get mad? Okay. Alright. Cool beans. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put another happy bush over here that has no business of being over here. We're gonna drop this off. And then we're gonna drop this. Drop this. So many drops. Oh, I want to see what color this was. Because depending on this color, this will be very helpful or not helpful. It's sort of helpful. I haven't decided. Have not decided. Oh, Flick is here! Yes, yes. We're not going to deal with him today, but I'm looking forward to seeing him later in the week if he decides to spawn on my island. No, I don't want to. Nope. A camp fairy tale dress. Do I look like I need saving? I do not. I do not. Okay. Time to clean up this mess. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my god. I just see all of my mistakes before me and I am filled with instant regret. Oh god. Oh god. And I was really proud of this over here. Like I still thought it was really clever to have weeds growing and then having the lawnmower here, and the idea that Walt was planting trees and stuff. Like I don't regret it. I learned a lot about like creating a mood and creating some ambiance, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What were you doing, MK? What were you thinking? Okay, so we're just gonna be digging. Yep. We're just gonna be digging. Digging up some happy bushes. This is the other thing too that I was pretty proud of, is the idea of having an overgrown, what's it called, a greenhouse, but that it was never really utilized the way that I had hoped. So hopefully I can do something else with that. Ooh, oh, so okay, so friends, mausoleums have like overgrown like houses and things, right? Like they have greenhouses there. I'm sure they do. Let's do it. Let's do that. I think the joy of any form of Animal Crossing experience is you learn by the things that you initially were really proud of and that you liked, and then you change it just on a whim, and it turns out better the second or third time. Because city building was a big issue for me. I couldn't quite figure out how to do it, and I felt really frustrated. I was like, but I don't want it to be Eastern themed, and I don't want it to be like neon Akira headlights everywhere. But I'm glad that I kind of went with the rustic route for it. And vines climbing on buildings are plus 10 creepy. Plus 10 to the creep. Heck yeah, I know. I'm really excited. So I think I'm going to keep this and figure out how to incorporate that with the mausoleum. But I think I'm feeling a lot better about this decision for moving my intentional factory to being a mausoleum and moving it over here. So I'm pretty happy with this. I did intend on having a tiered island anyway, so having lots of levels and lots of depth and lots of just things to explore. And, you know, man, I look like a serial killer, like, roar. Anyway, the zoomies always make it more terrifying. And, Katie from Kala Cove actually just put out a dream address tour on like a zombie carnival sort of island, and I want to visit the dream address and also be spooked out. So if visiting and being spooked is something that we're interested in doing to finish the stream off very strong, then I will happily do that. But I recommend, if you are not following or subscribed to Katie from Kala Cove, I highly recommend it. She's just a delight to watch. She's very chill, she's very relaxed, and she's always very positive when it comes to doing dream tours, you know, so I like her work. I like her work. She's also on Nintendo. Man, I just know such amazing creators just from this one YouTuber, and it's like, man, it's kind of like Nintendo and Chase Crossing and Switch Force are like the gateway tubers, right? It's like you can't just follow them. You start realizing that all of their followers are also content creators, and then you have to get to know them and become friends. So I dig it. All right. How long should this land bridge be? Because I worry that once it gets to a certain level of, you know, long cat is long, it's not going to be as compelling. And I also want to make sure that I want the mausoleum to kind of have a concave sort of experience. So you'll have the, let's see if I can describe this for you. So you'll have the museum like right up here, and then there's going to be layers of graves on either side. So I don't know where to put Lucky yet. I think this will be the length that I want to do the land. So this was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, oh, I can count it based on the little divots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do it. We'll do a lucky 7. You know, we'll keep it symbolic. Yeah. All right. Mod Hubs has laughed the chat. Alright, so yeah, I think we're going to put Lucky right here, kind of like as the entrance gatekeeper to the mausoleum. And then we're going to, I think, put the mausoleum exactly to where Lucky is. And if here, I'll remove my webcam so I can show you where Lucky is right now. He's in the northern part, in that far end right there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh. This has revitalized the build for me because there were instances where I couldn't figure out how I wanted to do this, and there is something very special to content creators who know how to create ambiance, you know what I mean? So, like, knowing how to place not only utility poles and street lamps, but trash and just clear, lived-in sort of, what's it called? Furniture pieces outside. So I'm looking forward to this. I really am. This is going to be a very fun experience. Although, can I? Oh, maybe if I do it this way. Yeah, alright. We're going to have to deal with our inventory in a minute, which is... I wish there was like Stardew Valley inventory spaces where you can just put all of the... Like, you can put various boxes throughout your island, and then you can organize them the way that you want. This is obnoxious, I say. Obnoxious. But we'll be using the blue hydrangeas, and I was really hoping that I'd get leaf this week at some point. But we're going to put the happy bushes over here. I should probably say hello to Ed, otherwise he's going to think that I'm ignoring him. And I know that they're AI. I know that their feelings are likely, maybe, not non-existent, but the idea of them feeling neglected really does bother me. Okay. Plus, canonically, Ed is my resident representative's previous counselor. Alright. Well, they haven't been mad that I haven't been really interacting with them for the last couple of days, so I'm feeling a lot better. It's like, I swear to you, I'm not ignoring you. Well, I am ignoring you, but I'm not ignoring you because I dislike you. Okay. So, let's see what we got. A sea globe. Absolutely useless. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. There was also, and the other update for new viewers is that I'm finishing up my other island so that I can completely redo it. And there was this person who created the Little Mermaid theme and was able to use the various fossils and the ice sculptures, like the ice tree sculptures that looks like glowing coral. Oh my gosh, it was brilliant. It was so brilliant, and I want to utilize that at some point with the new build that I am finishing up. But man, the things that people create in Animal Crossing continues to astound me. I can never quite get over how creative people are in this game. And I'm going to hold on to that flimsy shovel. And God, there goes the 5-star status. It's like you don't have to talk to people every day as a friend. Yeah, I know. What is this? What is this? There was a point where I was time traveling, I think week by week, and I was doing stuff, but I was also ignoring my villagers, and Vivian was, she was enraged. She was like, oh, I'm glad that you're talking to me now. And I'm like, what? But it's only been a day for me, and it's been literal weeks for her, but she was not happy with me. She was not happy with me. Alright, so we're going to... It's really strange that I had anticipated putting Walt here, and now it's going to be Lucky's little area, but Oh my gosh, this is going to be intense. I cannot wait for the spooky season, friends. I cannot wait. There's also a website that is specifically for sharing dream addresses and doing games. I learned this from the Organized Gamer, also known as K, or the Organized Soprano, and I definitely want to put that on there. But for me, I think it'd be really cool to have like a winner who completes it first, or you know, the first couple of winners will, you know, win $1 million bells or something, since I'm a billionaire now. Okay, so let's figure out what to do with Lucky. So a groundskeeper would have a similar layout to what I did for Walt. So there would be a greenhouse, there would be plants, there would be, you know, construction stuff, there'd be a lawnmower, all of that. But how do I want, how large do I want this to be? That's the big question. And also, what type of land bridge am I looking to do? I'm asking all the hard questions that only I can answer, and the answer is I just gotta do it. I just gotta do it. And that is not what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to either need a, what was it, a pumpkin, not the pumpkin terrace, what is the Halloween arch called? Is it just called the pumpkin arch, the Halloween arch? Yes, Diesel Frog, the kind made out of land. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, so I definitely want, I'm enjoying this. Stop doing what I don't want you to do. You resident representative, you should know better. You should know better. Oh, hi Manny, and thank you. I am incredibly exhausted. I was just telling people that I had a really hard time settling down last night because I was thinking about Resident Evil and the second boss, and I couldn't settle down, and it was a bad time. It was a bad time. Thankfully, I didn't have any bad Resident Evil dreams, as I'm wont to do. But thank you, I appreciate it, and I hope that you're well. I noticed the first commenter, cred fell to you, so that's awesome. Oh, I already have it. All right. Am I too far? Aha! Did I lose it? Okay. Okay. Oh man. Oh, nose itchy. An oilskin coat. I have this already, but that's okay. I can give that to somebody else. Oh. Manny asks if a friend makes me uncomfortable with using cuss words, what do I do? Well, what happened about you, Manny, was you were the first commenter on the live stream. That was the first thing. With the scheduling. And so I was like, I see you. The second thing is, I don't quite know how to answer this question, because one of my big hurdles is being honest with friends without fear of abandonment. Now, if you have a friend that is doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable, the easiest thing is to kind of remove that anticipation that they're going to go off on you and be like, hey, can you not say that around me? I feel uncomfortable when you do that. And the onus is on them to either, respect that request or they won't. And if they don't respect that request, then maybe limiting your interactions with them, or maybe your friendship is not what you need. So, but one of my big things is learning how to approach a problem that I have with a friend and being honest without fear of, you know, me being unhappy with something that is going on is going to end the friendship. Because growing up, I always assumed that if a partner and I had a disagreement or an argument, that like the relationship was over, and it could be the smallest thing. And so I was very conflict avoidant with any sort of intimate relationships, and that also included friendships. And the biggest thing that I had been working with my therapist is approaching problems without anticipating my friends being asshats, basically. And I apologize if my cursing is not something that you like, and I can refrain from cursing. And if that makes you uncomfortable. But I would say that for the most part, if someone is doing a behavior that is making you uncomfortable, I think that they're more inclined to respect that wish if it's not something that isn't going to take much of an effort for them to fix. But, and Manny, don't worry about it. I mean, the joys of live stream is just kind of talking out loud. It's okay. It's okay. I do have a background in conflict resolution. It is kind of stuff that I like to think about on the regular because I am an interpersonal relationships nerd. But I am doing okay. I was telling everyone that I have not been sleeping very well, at least today, but I am now officially getting over 7 hours of sleep at night because it is summer vacation for my teacher hubs and all of our teacher friends. And so that's really nice. And, oh, we're going to have to expand that over there, aren't we? Yeah. And so yeah, I hope you're well. But I think something that we need to learn how to do, just as a society, is regardless of the type of friendship, whether it's meatspace friendship or online, is that we need to trust that if we have an issue, that it's going to be handled with respect and compassion and grace on both sides. You know what I mean? So either trust your friend to value your friendship, or find a better friend, or you know, limit the interactions you have with them until the situation improves. Okay, so the other question is if we're going to make Lucky effectively the groundskeeper of this mausoleum, forested, whatever it is that I'm doing, I need to figure out where to place him and probably move this down, because I do like the idea that the carnival has come to town and it's going to be on this side anyway. So, oh my god, I just see all those flowers and I'm filled with anxiety knowing that I'm going to have to spend an hour cleaning this stuff up. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Alright. Yeah, Manny, as social creatures, we do have this consistent fear of rejection and that our needs are, you know, quite literally second to everything. So my recommendation is to either trust the friendship or at least give it a try. Oh man, I have to get rid of everything over here. Why did I do this to myself? Ugh. Alright. I can't get over now. Oh no. I'm gonna have to put bridges over here, but again, I have to do all this cleaning first in order to, okay, all right, come on. There we go. We know how to vault. Vaulting, the gaming version of yeeting. The gaming version of yeeting. All right, so let's sell some stuff. Where I guess I don't want to sell everything. I want to get rid of the I love the white hyacinth though. Why am I doing this to myself on a live stream? I really should start being more organized about how I live stream, because I think the first 30 minutes was me just running around like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But again, this is very much we need to clean everything up. And yes, Manny, we need to carnival this shiz. We do. Have told you that Volt horses? I'm sorry, Manny. I do not understand your question. And oh yeah, because so I've also learned that if you have a custom design on, you know, a pillow or a stall or even a simple panel, you can't drop them. You can put them in your inventory, but you can't drop them on the ground, and that's so frustrating. So frustrating. Okay, so man, this is gonna be a hard stream. It really is, because what's really difficult is the cleaning up part. In my opinion, is usually just a bit boring. And so I've cleaned up everything, and that's great. That's great. But I'm feeling like this is going to be just madness. All right, so let's say we have this right here, and balloon, are you serious? I'm trying to build a thing. Balloon. Okay, so I don't know, like, having to clean up and dismantle things is a very interesting stream, because you're trusting people that this is somehow really engaging. Alright. Okay. An old sewing machine. Well, thank you. So, this will likely have to be built up. This, like, entire thing. Because if I'm going to put the mausoleum all the way back over here, and it's going to be this huge forested area. How many inclines do I have so far? I'm going to be taking down those two. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 permanent ones and 3 non-permanent ones. The technical term is equestrian vaulting. I think I know what that is, I think. But no, I don't think you've told me anything about that. So I want to move that all the way down. It's going, okay, all right. So I think what may happen is that I think I need to, like, just clean out this entire side of the island first, right? And dismantle everything. Oh my god. And move Winnie and move Lucky. Oh my gosh. This is not the stream that I anticipated it being. Like, it's me cleaning up. So I hope that it's an enjoyable experience, hopefully. But we do officially have the neighborhood, so that is nice. We completed that part. We are going to, yeah, you know what we're gonna do, because we're moving Lucky anyway. We're going to get rid of that staircase. And then I think we may just have to place Lucky somewhere, time travel to the next day, and then move Winnie and then move the museum. I think that may be our thing, is that cleaning and moving. We may not even get to designing the neighborhood today, unfortunately. That's kind of disappointing. That's kind of disappointing. Actually, how much bells? How much mons do I have? Okay, I can get rid of the stairs. But I did not think that the majority of my island was going to be dead people. But to be fair, what did I expect? Because what's really cool about European cities is there is a lot of not conversion, but there's a lot of integration with graveyards and historic sites and churches and all of that. So I think there's going to be a lot of integration with just dead people everywhere, you know, like you do. This is the spoopy season. This is the spoopy season. And by spoopy season, I mean we have months. Wait, how many months do we have until October? Because it's June now. July, August. Oh my gosh, we have 4 months left in order for me to get my shiz together for this island. So what may happen is that once I finish the majority of the build, I'm going to hide the carnival part up until October, and then I'm going to feature like, come race this maze and come, you know, save Oldport from Zipper T Bunny. But God, Zipper T Bunny is so terrifying. Oh, perfect. Don't get me started on October and Halloween. But Anne though, I still think that the Halloween event was one of the best of the events that I've seen so far. I was looking forward to seeing what the wedding event was about, but the fact that I'm a married person, okay? The fact that there's this couple that is doing anniversary photos for an entire month is so unrealistic to me. I don't care how rich they are. That's way too much in my opinion. And I can't relate. So that's why Coach and Colton are going to have their own wedding situation, and you know, talking about the lore of how they got together and how they ended up on Oldport. And I think what I'm first going to do is I want to have Coach leave. He was my starter actually, and I would like to go villager hunting for Antonio once he leaves. And I'm really looking forward to, because I love the fact that we have all the pumpkins that we can grow ahead of time, so it's like we'll be ready for the Czar, and I'm very excited for that. And then I get to dismantle everything all over again in order to have a natural build. Oh my god, I can't believe, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? But I'm looking forward to E3. I think there was an indication, at least from Nintendo's like advertisement, that there is something Animal Crossing related, and I really hope that's true. And Manny, you ask, can I give you some citycore items for your streets in ACNH? What do you need? What do you need? Because at the moment, I'm trying to get all of my stuff ready. Is it like a DIY that you need to have made? Okay. I, for some reason, like to test fate by shaking trees, and I don't have an actual way of running when the wasps attack. Oh my goodness. Why do I do that? I should never test fate like that, because when I was searching for Eunice, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go shake some trees, and I got stung, and Wilbur just watched me. He watched me suffer and, you know, deal with anaphylactic shock. It was great. It was great. Love to see it. Love to see it. How useful. So speaking of like trading Animal Crossing stuff with viewers, like at what point is it advantageous to have a Discord server? Because, you know, I promised myself that I would not join more than one Discord for Animal Crossing content, and I'm now currently part of 4. And the content creators play other games, but that's what they're known for right now. And so I'm just like, at what point do you create a Discord server for when you start streaming? Because for me, that just requires a lot more extra work, and I am incredibly excited. Like, don't get me wrong, the fact that I've hit 50 subscribers today is amazing. You know what I mean? But I don't think that 50 subscribers necessarily means that I should do a Discord just yet. So barely anyone does any tutorials on streets and sidewalks for Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I want to know some items that you think belong on the streets. Ooh, so Mandy, hold on, friend. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write that down, because I have been thinking about doing 5-minute videos on, like, not only etiquette in playing Animal Crossing in multiplayer, but like how to do things, because I think even after a year, there are still some aspects of the game that people just don't know, and so they'll make mistakes, and then people will get other people will get upset by those mistakes, and they're like, but I didn't know, you know what I mean? So tutorials on city builds, that's a good idea. I'm gonna write this down. So thank you, Manny. So that's a good idea. I like that. That would be awesome. Well, obviously, so not obviously, but the utility poles would be great. My recommendation, I'm a very visual person, and whenever I draw comics and thumbnails, I do think it's important to get reference points. So first and foremost, when you are planning a city build for Animal Crossing, the first thing is to determine what type of city build that you're doing, because an eastern city is going to look incredibly different, and by eastern city I mean like Japan or Korea, and or even like the Pacific Island, not the Pacific Islands, like the South Pacific, Asian, like Vietnam or the Philippines or something like that. Like, depending on the city, it's going to have a completely different vibe based on the culture, based on the economic status of the country. And so for me, what I focused on was I looked up European cities, right? And so European cities are going to mostly have either cobblestone streets or dark brick as the main part of their layout, right? And most cities, as in here, we'll talk about this for a minute. So most cities are going to have a very square, very defined layout, right? And so when you look at cities, there's going to be the main area, right? The resident services, where you have everyone that gets together, which is very common in places like Italy, where where town squares are used almost nightly. And then you're going to have a lot of sitting areas with various like small shrubs and trees that are purposefully placed. So whenever you're doing a garden or you're doing a like a flower area, depending on how rustic that you want it, you want to have intention for your plants, right? Because for the most part, when you look at references for cities, there's not a lot of greenery unless it's to separate a lot of road, right? So that's the first thing, is just picking the right type of street based on the city that you're looking for and kind of going from there. And having street lamps, usually black street lamps, are going to be really helpful, but I think any street lamp color is going to be great, and placing them on the corner. Now this is very, very naked, in my opinion. Like, you're going to want to have trash cans, you're going to want to have indications that this is a very bustling or a busy area. This is incredibly clean. And then you're going to have at least a shopping district. That's what I have. So starting with a transportation area, so a train station, maybe a tourist attraction. So I like lighthouses, for example. So having a lighthouse in the coast is going to be great. And then combining and connecting your areas with either metro stops, which is very popular. You can find the tutorials to make them on Google, or using train stations, and trains are very popular in Europe, so I'm using that. And once you get out of the main city, and you can design this any way that you want, you usually have residential areas. And so we're going to move to the residential area, and the residential areas are usually on the outskirts of most cities, unless you have, apartments and townhomes. And then as you progress to further out, it's going to become a lot more wooded, right? So it's an indication that the city is the place to be. But that's a really good idea. I like having what to consider when you're doing a build. That's really cool. So thank you. But yeah, no, citycore, God, I can't believe I'm using that. So city-themed islands are, I think, becoming more in vogue. I know that Froggy Crossing is currently doing a kidcore city-themed island, which I think is really cool. So let's get rid of these flowers, and I feel bad that I'm getting rid of hybrids, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And also, if you're doing a rustic European type of thing, having small canals that have bushes on either side, have sitting areas, so having these, what are these called? Wow, my brain is not working right now. What is this called? What is the technical term? MK, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, but basically garden benches, right? So having garden benches everywhere is also really great, just quick addition. So, hi Emmett, welcome back, and yes, we are a fan of Froggy Crossing. So purposeful plants and or trees and street lamps with things to make it look busy, and maybe a tourist attraction to make it look like it's a real city with lots of visitors. But what about water? So that also depends, right? On both of my islands, I've tried really hard to not make Oldport the Everkeep 2.0, but I do really like canals. So depending on the city, right? In various places like Vietnam, where water is a main proponent for travel, or Venice, then you're going to have, instead of streets, you're going to have bridges and you're going to have waterways, right? But if you are just going to have just a typical city, one river cutting through the entire city is very typical in most European cities anyway. And also in Washington, D.C., Portland, all of that. Hello, Shiver, welcome back. I believe you were here last week, is that correct? I believe so. But yes, we are currently doing city builds today. And by city builds, I mean dismantling all of my mess. And how do I get there? And oh my gosh. Chai, you were too cute. You were way too cute. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Alright, so let's go back and deal with this nonsense. And oh, this needs to be, oh my gosh, there's just so much to do. Yes, welcome back, welcome back. I hope that you are well. We are currently, we've moved everyone over to this neighborhood area, and we are planning on putting the museum over here as well, because I've decided to dismantle everything that I had originally placed, and now we're just going to cry on the inside. So, but hi Shiver, it's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. We have officially surpassed 50 subscribers. Yes. So very excited for that. Very excited. We're halfway to our first goal, which means, that also means that we will be 10% of the way through reaching 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited for that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that really made my day. Oh Manny, thank you so much. I think in order to dig flowers, we need to be Switch friends. So at some point I may be like, yo, help me dig some stuff up, but right now we're just clearing out what we have to, the bare minimum, and then we're going to move Lucky over here. But thank you so much for offering. I really appreciate it. Also, so for those who are currently in the chat, and you're planning on doing city builds, my recommendation is playing city games. So anything from Tropico to City Skylines to The Sims, like using other games and how you put your creative juices to those games will be very helpful for building an Animal Crossing, because I've learned from playing from other games how to, like, the importance of space, and I do know that regardless of whenever I redo an island or I redo something, like, it's always going to look really weird the first time, mostly because you're trying to get to that 5-star ring and you're just haphazardly placing things. Alright. So, we are currently going to make Lucky the groundskeeper for the mausoleum. And I want to put him here because I like the idea of having a longish sort of, not a longish, but a relatively medium-sized land bridge. And then we're going to have trees on either side, so we're going to have tiered forests, which is very common in the outskirts of a European rustic city. And do I think everyone is artsy in some way? I do. I mean, there are some people who are able to program and able to use math and numbers in ways that is downright elegant, right? So the way that I approach art is that you don't need to know how to draw a circle in order to understand and appreciate beauty, right? There's no one type of artistic capabilities. And I mean, it can be interior design, it can be appreciating cooking, it can be, just figuring out how to develop a website. And for me, one of my big issues is that I really struggle with understanding what makes a good website, and so I've been procrastinating on building my portfolio. And I think my portfolio matches the art that I'm currently doing, I think. But I also need to add more stuff to it because over the last couple of years, all of my art has been focusing on 3 different projects. And so it's not like I have a lot of different examples of the art that I do. It's like I draw comics, so my comics are based on what I'm doing. So okay. This is very unbalanced. This is incredibly unbalanced, but I just need to focus. I just need to do the thing. But yeah, I think that the concept of being talented is overrated. So if you want to learn how to do something and you don't have the technical skill and practice and patience is what makes, a person ultimately an artistic person. So it's like there's someone who may have been working on their skill and craft a lot longer, or may have the critical eye in order for certain things to come out better the first time in general. But I don't think there are not artistic people. I mean, just think about like the idea that if you've noticed that these designs are true pieces of art that we put into our game. That, I wouldn't put this on like as a poster or, publish this as an icon to use as my face, but I have been using this for my city, which will ultimately create an amazing, ambiance and environment. So it really just depends on finding something that you really like doing, and if you want to figure out how to monetize it, that's an entirely different skill in of itself. But yeah, I think that everyone has the ability of being artistic in some fashion. It's just a matter of having the discipline to pursue it even when it's hard. That's the kicker. Okay. Oh, man, Lucky, I hope that you appreciate what I'm doing for you, sir. I really do, because this is getting to me. All right, so I was talking about having two of these, right? So 7, and then is it? Oh geez. I need to be sure that I do this right. So hold on. The other thing that I also tend to do is that I use roads like this in order to keep track of where I'm going. So it's kind of like a sketch layer that I'll delete later. I did that for building up my neighborhood. Ooh, is it getting foggy? Is that some fog that I'm seeing? I think it is. Day fog. It's like Korea, only not awful. You're gonna make a 5-star hotel? That's awesome. At some point I was considering on making a second account for this so that I could have a second house, because I do like the idea of, you know, fully and completely Resident Eviling this thing and just like freaking people out. I think I want to do that. I may do that. And then use the house for, you know, NPC purposes. Some that no one ever sees, but apparently they own land on this island. Does anyone have a second player on their island that either is from another actual player, like you share an island, or that you've created for like role-playing purposes? Because I've been considering it, but I don't know how to delete characters, if that makes any sense. So where am I going with this? Oh wow, we've been going for over 2 hours. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're going to get to the point where I hope that I can move the museum, but I think we're probably just going to get to moving Lucky today. Oh, I was really hoping to get into designing, but that's alright, that's alright. Oh, you have a second player as your mom? Oh, that's cool. That's what you were talking about. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, so like when she sends letters? Oh, that's really sweet. I like that. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, no, if that was the case for this character, it would be something spooktastic. Probably name her Lady Demi. You know. That game. So if we're going to make this, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Ugh. Rude. But this does almost go all the way down in the back, which is perfect because, oh my gosh, it does. That is amazing. Oh my god. Don't you just love it when you realize that you're brilliant? Don't you just love it? Oh my, uh-oh. Hey, so a question. I think we got disconnected for a bit. Is everything okay? Just checking to make sure that the chat is still connected and everything. That is the second time that I've had computer issues in as many days. So if someone could reassure me that I can still be heard. You didn't notice a blip? Okay. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. That was really weird. I must be losing RAM. Okay. Yeah, my computer went blue screen yesterday, and so I'm now really self-conscious about like is my stuff okay? So if you are responding to me, that means you can hear me. So that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Y'all are great, because I'm just going to be so anxious about, like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello from the other side. I must have streamed 1,000 times. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, flowers. I'm sorry. I hate getting rid of you. I hate to see you go. Ooh, you were looking dapper. Uh-oh. Fortune? Oh, cool. Oh, is this some plot? Is this some plot? He's buried treasure? I should remember that. I should remember that. Like Walt was originally a mafia man, you know what I mean? Like, he was a hard hitter with a heart of gold, and he came to the island for a quiet life. God. It's like this game writes itself, you know? Oh my goodness. Well, now we know about the million bells. We know how to implement the million bells. That would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, so let's place... So this is where the mausoleum entrance is going to go, I think. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this fits perfectly. Perfectly. Okay. And how about you dig up flowers instead of just digging for digging's sake? Come on now, come on now. Oh my goodness, this is great. I think that despite the fact that I only got to moving the villagers and started the terraforming and the cleaning process, we've got a heading, and we're going to be here for another 45 minutes or so. So I'm hoping that we can get to, oh, Hubs Mod is home. Mod Hubs? So, okay, in the chat, what is better? Referring to the mod who is also my husband as Hubs Mod or Mod Hubs? I know you hear that. It's okay, I was just saying nothing but nice things about you. It's fine, it's fine. All lies. Don't you just love it when you're married to your mod? It's great, it's great. One of our friends is leaving. Actually the person that we mod hub ruler of the chat. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Hubs mod. Oh no, we have Hubs mod. Aww. Hubs mod ruler of the chat. First of the name. He better be first of the name. Himself. Yes. That's so funny. Yeah, one of our friends who we actually bought the car from, that's why I wasn't streaming yesterday, was we were dealing with car stuff. So I have the insurance dealt with. I still need to get my license apostilled, and he had to move his numerous couches down to recycling. So I think that's where my Hubs mod was. You were officially known forever as Hubs Mod, ruler of the chat, first in his name. So I think the car, the car is most certainly a clunker, that's for sure. But it's going to get us where we want to go. And one of the main reasons as to why we really haven't traveled around Korea is because we don't have I wouldn't say suitable animal sitters, because we've had some great care from people in the past, but because one of our rabbits is special needs, the idea of putting somebody like through that stress of like not knowing how to deal with a megacolon rabbit, I wouldn't want to do that. So we can now take our rabbits places, which is great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're bussing respectively? Heck yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be Lucky's island, Lucky's entrance. And I'm sure I'm going to probably just remove all of this. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. Why? But it is absolutely not balanced. It will be fixed, I assure you. And we're just gonna put Lucky here, and then we're going to travel to the next day. And who knows, maybe would Lucky leave after placing his house the next day? I've never had that before. So we're going to put Lucky, let's see, if the bridge is right here, right, with a little bit of like happy trees, happy forest, I think it would be better suited to put him right here. Let's see what this looks like. Let me imagine this first. And also a reminder, friends, to drink your water. Drink your water. I dig it. I dig this. This is going to be... Oops, sorry, I did not mean to bump my, my microphone. I don't know how I feel about Lucky. His design is awesome. His house interior is great. But there is water and coffee. Diesel, drink actual water, please. Not, you know, flammable water or caffeinated water. Actual water. But yeah, no, I was happy to get Lucky, and he's a really lovely villager. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's the same with normal villagers. It's either the lazy villagers are too aloof and too kind of focused on their own world, or they're really great. So Hornsby, I will say, is probably, so far, my favorite lazy villager to have had on my island, with the exception of Beryl. No, wait, what am I talking about? Beryl's my favorite. Wow. Beryl will never know, okay? Don't tell Beryl. Do not tell Beryl what I said. Beryl must never know that I committed heresy, okay? But yeah, no, it's like they're either really great, or it's just they don't really want to hang out with anybody, and they just kind of do their own thing. And normal villagers are kind of like tofu. Oof, oof. Aw, I had to say hello to Chai. I haven't heard from her in a while. Also, I've also noticed that the majority of the elephants have like a side smile on the. Is it the left side? Is that the left? Stage left? Raymond went down 5 million? That's interesting. So, okay, let's talk about Raymond for a minute. And let's talk about Anka. I have an issue with the fact that there are villagers that cost that much, but at the same time it is supply and demand, so I can't shame people for wanting to just have a very popular villager that they enjoy and are willing to pay that much instead of going villager hunting. I went to 125 tickets before I gave up on Eunice. I get it. But I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is that even if I cannot monetize the villager hunt for Raymond, and by monetizing I mean doing charity stuff, that I still want to like give away Raymond, like a completely perfectly ungifted Raymond to somebody who's in the chat, because why not? Why not? It'd be fun to have my nemesis on the island for a day and just be like, I don't get it, and then, you know, slowly fall in love with him, I'm sure, and then give him away promptly. But 5 million bells. I think Anka at this point is either 1 million or 2 million, I guess. But once Vivian gives me her photo, I'm going to put Anka in a rolling rotation with somebody else to take over the spawn, Everkeep, and then I'll just give her away every 2 weeks to someone who wants her. Because I have her amiibo. Look at me being all swanky. Okay. So this is where the madness is going to start, and then I'm going to have to clean up and come on, hit the right place the first time. Okay, so the mausoleum is going to start here and go all the way back. So now the question is, do I want to keep it exactly the same width as the other, as like the neighborhood, or do I want to make it a little bit more different? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna think about it, but it is time to clean this area, I think. and we'll just keep going. But this is where the mausoleum is going to start. And do I like Scooby-Doo? Now the question is, Manny, which Scooby-Doo? Because I grew up with the I'm not like I am old, right? I'm an old curmudgeon, but I'm not like what I am. I'm in my 30s. I'm an old curmudgeon. What are you talking about? My husband is telling me that I'm wrong. But I grew up with mostly watching the original Scooby-Doo from like the 70s and all of its problematic glory and all of its cutting around the corners to make it easier for animation. So fun fact, if you don't know that when Hanna-Barbera was in their prominence in animation, that a good portion of their characters wore handkerchiefs, or not handkerchiefs, but they wore like things around their necks because it was easier to animate their head movement. Because if you do this, there's a lot of movement for animation, but if you have this covered, there's less to do. So that's the reason why Velma has a turtleneck. That's the reason why Daphne has her little thing around her neck. That's why Freddy has his. That's why Scooby has his collar. I mean, aside from the fact that he has a dog and has the right identification for reasons. And I also grew up with, I don't remember what it was called, but it was the 90s version of them being kids. Does anyone remember? A pup named Scooby-Doo. Thank you. Yeah, I grew up with a pup named Scooby-Doo. And I also grew up with I also grew up with when in the 90s they started doing movies. So back when I also just didn't like zombies, there was like Escape from Something Island, there was Zombie Island, and then there was Tim Curry had played the villain for like the witch one. Like there were so many different ones that I really liked. And I still get very upset when they were saying that the difference between a good witch and a bad witch is that a good witch is a Wiccan and a bad witch is just, a witch or a warlock. And I'm like, do you not understand, though? That's not how that works. Ooh, yeah, the Monster School was my favorite one. Yep. Yeah, I liked that one. That was I think that's my favorite one of the entire franchise. And that was before they started changing the animation. And then there was another reboot that I think took place in the early 2000s that I was okay with. But then the most recent one, I don't know, there was something about the animation change that I didn't vibe with, that I'm sure is great, but it didn't really appeal to me. But yeah, no, the Scooby-Doo will forever be in my heart, for sure. And I just love cartoons. I think that any cartoon that can have a very large fan base of varying age groups knew that it did it right. You know what I mean? So I like Steven Universe. I still haven't finished the last season. I should do that. And oh wait, what am I doing? I was going to be starting the time traveling process. What am I doing? And what were other things? I got into Adventure Time really late. I think I got into Adventure Time in the last couple of years before it finished. And I was in Malta when I started watching Adventure Time. And Malta was a really stressful time for me because, one, I was finishing my master's degree, and I was in a situation that I had not been prepared for. And that's not to say that the people I worked with were not great and they tried their best, but I was just struggling because Malta has its own issues. Being a European country that recently got European status in the early 2000s and went from being a country that was getting financial support to supporting other countries as a requirement for being part of the EU. And I think that I was trying to watch things that allowed me to escape into other people's messes as opposed to dealing with my own mess, which was problematic. And it got to a point where I couldn't watch not Animal Crossing. I couldn't watch Adventure Time anymore. Ooh, the Boo Brothers is the best Scoob movie. Oh man, we're having some different opinions in the chat today about Scooby Doo of all of all things. Yeah, well, I mean, when you have a franchise that is, you know, what almost 50 years old, you have to change the voice actor. Like you can have someone that can almost imitate it perfectly, and there are some voice actors who are very good at mimicking, older voices, but you have to accept that sometimes it's going to change. Our problematic queen, yeah, right. Ooh, and it looks like it's raining in the Oldport fashion. Yep. Yeah, no one can replace Casey Kasem. Kasem? Is it Casey Kasem or Casey Kasem? But yeah, no, he was a delight. He did other voices as well. And then who is the voice actor that did Winnie the Pooh? Because he also did a lot of Disney stuff. Like that was 90s iconic. Oh, he was a duck. He was a masked crusader duck. Darkwing Duck. Oh my gosh, I have to watch all of like my nostalgia now, because if I am forgetting all of the things that defined my Saturday mornings, we need to fix this. What? Oh, I was like, why did I fall? Like, what is this? Kasem. Jim Cummings, thank you. Yeah, Jim. So there is a video on YouTube that if you have not seen this, you should. It is during I think it's either a comic convention or some convention. And he and another voice actor are doing a script read of Star Wars, and he plays Darth Vader, and he does the script as Winnie the Pooh. And so if you are having a bad day, you need to listen to this video. Darth Pooh, yes. Yes, Darth Pooh. The man, the duck, the little engine. Okay, so who's the most iconic in the Scooby-Doo franchise, in my opinion? Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. I think Velma is. To me, she is the last one that would survive in any sort of horror situation, because she's just like, nope, I'm out. But I don't know. Freddy just always kind of read to me as like this, he's a himbo. He's a himbo. And I can't get behind supporting a himbo as the leader. Like, he has to be a supporting role. And Shaggy and Scooby, like, as the duo, they are the defining factor of the entire franchise. But Velma, to me, like, I love Velma. She's great. And what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm getting money ready to move the museum, right? No, I need to move Winnie. That's what I need to do. I need to move Winnie. So we're going to do that. And then we're probably going to lay out the road, and we're probably going to call it, and we'll continue the Terminator eyes. Look at that. We're going to continue the build on Friday. Yeah, Velma carried the party 100%. She was the strong turtleneck of that series. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. All right, I don't want to deposit. I want to withdraw. What am I doing? What am I doing with my... I use this bank more often than I use my actual bank. Jesus. Yep, she figured out the mystery. I mean, what I like the most is the fact that I was planning on moving. I was talking about Velma. This is the problem when you have... when you start talking about your cartoon crushes, is that you get distracted. And God, no, I love Velma. It's great. I think this is where this is where pride comes in, right? It's like you wonder about your cartoon crushes, about whether or not you wanted to be like them or you just liked them, and I think it was a bit of both for me. So let's talk infrastructure and let's move our delightful cultist. All right, we're gonna move her. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna move her out of the way. And I don't think Winnie has had an actual yard this entire time. I've given other people yards and I've moved them and transported them, but I don't think Winnie has had a designated yard since I had to put down stuff in front of her in front of her house to build, because she's the original 5. She's the OP, the original Peppy. So yes, Gadget. Let's go, Gadget. Yep. Man, like, I don't want to say that they don't do cartoons the same anymore, and perhaps I'm not giving this era's cartoons, excuse me, the benefit of the doubt. But there's some cartoons presently that I'm not really into. It took me a while to get into Phineas and Ferb, because at first it's like the art style was really strange to me, but I will say that Phineas and Ferb is probably one of the most clever, hilarious writing that I have seen in a Disney cartoon. So, man, now I have to just watch cartoons now. Thanks, guys. My hashtag, thanks productivity. Thanks, Obama. So, oh man. I haven't seen She-Ra, so that's another thing that I do want to be able to watch, because one of the artists behind She-Ra also wrote books like Nimona. Nimona is a fantastic comic, and probably one of the first web comics that I read and finished all the way through. And so, yeah, and also I think is one of the creators of the Lumberjanes. So that's kind of how I start connecting animation with comics, is that a lot of the comic artists that I like to read are also animators and do behind the scenes stuff with that. And why are you digging holes? That's not today. That's not today. Oh look, a random sarcophagus, just because. Yeah, no, the 90s and the early 2000s had a really great era for cartoons. But the one benefit that I will say for... Oh, she doesn't have a way to get down, though. I don't want to do that to her. One of the benefits of the current era is the focus of inclusion. So making it so that there's more than just one ethnicity representing in all of the cartoons. I like to see that we are starting to represent US culture as not just being white. So I do like that. And I do like that we are removing negative tropes of LGBT characters. I like that a lot as well. And also featuring LGBT characters, and also like interracial marriages, which was unspeakable up until like the last decade and a half. And now it's becoming commonplace, so I really appreciate that. And Addams Family, oh my gosh. Oh, man. Y'all, you're making me want to watch cartoons instead of, like, you know, streaming and cleaning my house. This is what happens. Goodbye, my productivity. Okay, so we're moving Winnie. And has anyone been upset that I haven't been talking to them? I don't think so. I haven't had an issue. Also, has anyone had any, like, bubbles up? I haven't seen any. I also haven't been paying attention. Wow, we actually have a beach now. What? We actually have a beach. We have KK sitting in the back. All right. Okay, so does anyone actually use these? Like the throwback hats table thing. What do you use this for? Also, cat tree. Cat tree though. Cat tree though is kind of important. And yes, The Sandman is coming to Netflix. Oh, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. All right, so let's see what's for sale up here, and also how lucky is looking, and then we'll start the terraforming to go all the way back. So hopefully, oh, is that the Roman sandals? Are they finally here? What? Hold on. No, this is important. This is super important, my friends. I'm sorry. I can't let this go. Gladiator sandals, yes. Yep, and we have to send this to my other resident representative because I have been waiting an entire 6 months to get these. You have no idea. No idea. Okay, so. Oh my gosh, that is exciting. So what else is here? Ooh. I dig it. I dig it. This is a little too matchy, but also I could never pull this off in real life. I can't. My torso is too short for this, but these shoes though, oh my gosh. These shoes though, oh, love it. Oh my god. This is some Resident Evil stuff that I do not appreciate. Anyway, okay. Nothing caught my eye. Not today. Not today. Okay, so we're gonna continue cleaning and moving stuff backwards. But, so, I did say that I wanted to have a concave sort of experience with the mausoleum, right? So the mausoleum, like you go all the way up and, hello sir, how are you? I'm glad you like running into me. You wandered in by accident. You didn't wander in by accident. That's some Freddy Krueger stuff that you just won't admit to. So I think what's going to happen is did I move Winnie already? I did. So we're going to clear off this part and we're going to, I think, put the mausoleum all the way in the back. I think that's how we're going to do this. Oh, so, oh my goodness. Yeah, that game, I can handle Vampire Mom. I can handle Vampire Mom. That is not the problem. The second boss though, that house, I laid awake for about an hour and a half trying to like calm myself down because I kept on hearing stuff like just random creaks in the apartment, which were probably the rabbits, or just I can't. Alright. Happy snail. Alright, so, man, all these trees are being cut down. It's, okay. So. Alright, so I think we're going to link this land over here. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Ooh, monies, man. We're just getting all the good luck today. And the minute that I decide that I don't want to use my fence, or the net, not my fence, what am I talking about? What is this? What is my capability for language today? But yeah, WandaVision, I liked how it ended. I like how they were able to transform her I guess her start as the Scarlet Witch, but it was too fast. I think I would have liked to see 5 more episodes, but also just because I loved the show. It's probably one of the best miniseries of Marvel, in my opinion. Okay. Do I have... Oh my gosh. It's finally coming together, though. I'm much happier with this, and this also means that I have to take down my poor factory that I spent hours making. Okay, so let's drop more stuff and further ruin my rank by just dropping things. Oh, Manny, also in going back to the city build, what I've noticed quite a few in City Dreams that they will use lost items and just place them everywhere. So if you don't return lost items, and I can't do that, it feels a little too monstrous, but if you decide to do that, you just wait the day and it'll become what was this again, and then you can drop it from your inventory. And then you just place it around in various places. So I don't know if I could ever do that. I may have to though. Also, I wonder if you can buy them from other people, because I think you can do that. I think you can just drop it on other islands, but I'll have to confirm that. And we're going to put this away. But we are at least cleaning up, because Oldport's a mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, friends. Okay, so I need to put my gladiator sandals away. I'm so happy that I finally have that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's been too long. Too long. Okay, so we're gonna deal with the solar. Oh, I had the solar panels all. Jeez. I have never seen Modern Family. I have never seen that show. Okay, so we're gonna give that to my other person. Oof. And it was Agatha all along. Yep. It was Winnie all along. I wonder if I'll probably have to not be able to monetize that particular video once it becomes monetized, but the idea of going, it was Winnie all along. Okay. So, and I want to be able to get around to places, but also, if this is going to become a spooktastic maze, I'm going to have to figure out how to, like, I don't know, like, just, man, my brain is not working. I need to figure out how to block things, but in a nice way. Alright, so we're going to finish, hopefully strong, Yeah, we're bad. This is gonna be bananas, I can tell. And then, so we're going to do a similar thing with like a smaller island right here, and then it's going to go down into the crypt. My favorite reference, because it's really great when you're playing these games and you can get references from other games and other situations and other movies. So, for example, when I was vicariously living the Resident Evil life through my friend who was streaming yesterday, there was a point where undead were popping out of the snow, and so I was just like, they're popping out of the snow like daisies, in reference to Mulan. And there was a point where one of our friends got like a Haunted Mansion sort of board game, but it's not called the Haunted Mansion. It's like a Lovecraft Mansions of Madness. And so there are these beautiful figurines, and one was a flying snake, and I was like, this looks like a hissy from Neopets. And I was like, I kind of want one. So there's just, I love the fact that there's so much that you can reference and just provide humor for situations. But man, I haven't thought about Neopets in a hot minute. Okay, so we were talking about making an island here. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this because I do want to put the... I want to put the carnival sort of over here. Like, right over here. And it takes up, like, you know, like a boardwalk, you know what I mean? So having it all the way over here. And I may clear this because I want to keep the train going down over here, but I may want to create a tunnel for it as well. Decisions. You feel like I would get along with your mom? I actually have a lot of mom friends, you know what I mean? Like, that has been a goal of mine of getting to know and befriending entire families. That's the joy. That sounded really creepy. I didn't mean it like that. But in being married to a teacher, our school community is predominantly made of families. And so when we first moved here, I became really good friends with 2 family units, and it was really nice to have friends in different life, like, what would you call it? Like, they're in different stages of life, but ultimately that's like where we want to be. So, all right, so here is, I think, where the madness is going to start, but I'm not quite sure how to go about this. This may be the next stream's goal is how to build a mausoleum. But at least I can get up and around here now, so that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Why do you hit things I do not wish for you to hit, though? No, though. It's probably because I'm at an angle. But man, as the time traveling went on, we didn't see any thought bubbles at all. I am of the shocked. Oh goodness, this is going to be a pain in the tush to navigate because it's all going to be tiered, and I only have 3 inclines. But this is looking a lot better. This is looking a lot more cohesive, and oh yeah, it's coming together. But this is going to be awesome. This is looking really great, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dealing with space. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Alright. And Eunice, I'm sorry. Are you doing yoga? Is she doing yoga? Hell yeah, she's doing yoga. I love it. I love it. Alright, well, so far, no bubbles. No thought bubbles. Kind of a bummer. I was thinking that if the build thing wasn't a preference, that if we were getting lucky to leave, then we could do a search for Bob, because I was looking for Bertha, and I ended up finding Bob twice. And this is the thing that happens, you know, first world island problems, where, you know, you're looking for a villager on a villager hunt, and other villagers that you want on the other island show up, and they're just like, hi, you know, hi. Ugh, so obnoxious. Oh, I have enough time to clean up, but we have the layout, we have a heading, and that's a lot better than I had hoped to get, but we are getting there. This is going to turn out really well, I think. I think this is going to turn out really well. And I'm also getting a hell of a lot of wood, which is great. Okay. Now, because I do get stung, and I would have to run very far in order to get saved, because I don't have any houses that are near me. Yep, there we go, there we go, there we go. Aha, aha, aha. Take that. Take that. Did I pick it up or did I pick a flower? Okay. Alright. Wrong shovel. wrong thing. Okay, so here we go. So what is everyone's plans for the week? Because what I'm planning on doing is we're getting the car officially as of Thursday. So it'll be it'll be car 1, first in its name. And we will be continuing with organization and cleaning. I am helping a friend with the final move out dregs because they've already left and moved on to their next place, but they've asked me to move their mattresses for them. So that's a big thing. And then what else? What else is there this week? Oh, starting in July, I'm resuming my art stuff because I took this time to kind of figure out what my priorities were. And if you get this reference, you're amazing. Get in, loser. We're going, girl. I know what Mean Girls. I know Mean Girls when I see it. Don't give me that. It's like you're obsessed with me or something. She doesn't even go here. All right. So we're going to, oh, we have to remove this thing. That's what we get to do. So, huzzah, we have a thing that we can do before ending the stream. All right. So I think we're down to the last, that's so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch a thing. Stop it. So, okay, speaking of being incredibly and continuously uncool, there's this slang. It's like period T. I don't even know how it's pronounced, but it has been used a lot in chat, and it's been used a lot in the Discord servers that I'm part of, and I know what it means now, but I was one of those old curmudgeons that I looked up what it meant, and I kid you not, read an article from the Insider of like the 20 slang words that Gen Zers and teenagers are using and what they mean, and I'm just like, I've become that adult. I've become that adult. And Manny, so, oh, also going back, starting in July, I will be consistently streaming Mondays and Fridays, same time, same channel. So I'll be streaming this Friday. I'm practicing putting frivolity in my workflow, and, streaming is my frivolity. So you can expect whatever time this is for you, that it'll be the same time that I'll be streaming on Friday for me, Thursday for you likely if you are stateside. And yeah, let's get rid of some peaches, let's make some monies, okay. Oh, and we need to get rid of that, incline. And then I think we may be calling it here, friends. I'm going to see what the over there looks like before I finish. But from there, we'll probably move the museum. I may move the museum before the stream, just to get like the layout and we can actually get to the fun part of designing. Yes. Hubs mod. Thank you. Marry your mods, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so speaking of Froggy Crossing earlier in this stream, there was a point where I think she was like, I got my boyfriend to play Animal Crossing with me, and there is a video where he designated which villager that she was going to put on her island, and I think that would be really fun, is that I would have Hubs Mod pick my next villager hunt of what I'm looking for, and I have no choice in the matter. I hear that laughter. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? The shenanigans. The shenanigans. And I was planning on getting rid of an incline. So maybe I'll do Hub's Mod Shenanigans, where I'll have him pick my next villager, and okay, here's the thing, right? I married my husband for his good taste. We wouldn't be married if that wasn't the case, right? But I'm worried that he would choose shenanigans, because he would. He would. If you choose Bubbles or Rocket, though, I would be so mad at you. Oh my god. Yep, so we're finishing the stream with insane science teacher laughter, and that is my one request. Do not choose those two. Okay? You have 380 something to choose from. Please don't choose those two. God.
You hit Bubbles with the net every time you see.
I could hit Bubbles with a net every time that I saw her, but you know, they do get upset, and the idea of upsetting a villager on my island when it's kind of my job to make them happy, it would be Oldport.
You can hit Bubbles with the net.
Oh my goodness. Not Bubbles though, please no. Please not Bubbles. Like, it can be anything. It can be Limburg, it can be Chow, it can be, oh my gosh. Oh, no, I do want to not, oh man, see, this is my thing. Now that I've suggested that he can do shenanigans, I'm worried about the shenanigans, and now I'm just not focused anymore, because I'm laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, but yes, depending on who is leaving, with the exception of Bob, because I actually do need to have Bob on the island, but if someone else decides to leave, like Pashmina, I'll let him choose.
You sound too resigned to your fate.
I am resigned to my fate. I am. Okay. Alright, so we're demolishing, and then we're going to check the last bit of cleanup, but I think we're going to stop here. We're going to take a look at the overlook, because do you remember, I don't know if, for those who were part of the citycore Dream Island visits, there was a Japanese, I think it was like Hyun City or something, Hyun City, and they did really amazing jobs with having overlooks, you know what I mean? Like places that you can't get to, but are beautiful to look at. So I do like the idea of having areas that will not be accessible, and that you can look over and just, you can just see the nonsense. So I think this is where we're going to stop. I think this is where we're finishing, but thank you so much for keeping me company. Thank you so much, Super Stew, for the raid today, and for the new subscribers, welcome. And we'll see you this Friday, my time, Thursday, probably your time, you know, same time, same channel. And we'll catch you. We'll catch you next time with all the shenanigans, and we'll see what Friday for us is gonna look like. So have a great day.